Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you enjoyed last week's episode, and today I'm going to be reviewing set 75105, the Millennium Falcon from 2015. This set costs £160 if you want to buy it now, and was released in 2015 and will retire in November 2017. So this set is now retired, so it costs much more than it used to. So if you want to buy it, it's a lot more than it would have been in 2015. This set is inspired by the Force Awakens film, which came out that year. So it has all the minifigures from that film. It has 7 minifigures if you include BB-8, or 6 if you don't. You can see I'm missing some parts of some minifigures because I got this set when it came out in 2015, and I was little then, so I didn't really take good care of it. So I'm missing quite a bit of some of the minifigures. So I'm going to show you what I have of some minifigures, and I'll tell you what I don't have. I'm going to go from left to right. So this is the head of one of the bad guys in the set. Because in the film, these guys take the Falcon. All these guys are fighting, like the good guys in it. Can't remember, I haven't seen the film for ages, but you can see he's an eye patch and a mustache, and he's like a bald cap. I don't think he has a second face. Can't remember. No, he doesn't. I couldn't find his body anywhere, so I must have either lost him or I don't know, given away, or yeah, I don't know what happened to his body, but I just don't know where it is. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. It's been raining all day and it's calmed down now, but you can hear some rain hitting the roof, but it's less. It's been storming all day. So this is the second bad guy, which I have an entire body for. He has like a vest and a belt, and he has like an angry face with like a really cool ponytail and a cool hairdo. I don't think he has any leg detailing, apart from like his like bottom parts of his trousers are darker than the top parts, and he has the back detailing with the belts and buckles. Again, I don't think he has a second. Oh no, he does. He has a calmer face. So when he's not fighting, he can just have a calmer face. These minifigures are so old. They've just been in my drawers for 7 years, so for a bit dusty and weird. This is the older style of Han Solo. You can tell because I think they're all I think it's very similar to like him as a younger person. I think it's a bit more creased and some of the details are different. So he has a shirt with like a jacket over top. He has a belt buckle, and he has like detailing from his belt on his trousers. On the back is just greasing from the jacket and dark bluish legs, which I find really interesting. Skin coloured hands, and his head is just like kind of like this head, just with grey hair and like grey eyebrows and stuff. But I have no idea where I put that, because I remember seeing it a few years ago, but I have no idea where I put it now. So unfortunately I don't have him. He's just gonna be headless. But I will tell you what I'm planning to do when I'm displaying this set later on. Then I got Chewbacca. Yep, he's just a regular Chewbacca with dime a dozen. He has the face printing, back printing with a pauldron, same here, and he has this cool bowcaster, and that's about it. He's very simple, and I think he looks really cool. Yeah. So that's Chewbacca. Then there is Finn, which is a new character in that film, who has Poe Dameron's jacket, but he wears it the entire film, so it's more like his jacket. He has a couple badges or something, or like pockets, and just like grips and stuff on that side, and on the back it's just more detailing from the jacket. He has I think it's dark blue or black legs, like really dark navy blue. He has a quizzical face with this cool piece, and he doesn't. I don't think he doesn't have any like other face. And then there is Ray. That most of these people are meant to have blasters, but most of them have blasters, but I've missed them. I've misplaced them. Like these two are meant to have like I think of a brown, like a flintlock pistol and a really old musket gun, but I don't know where I put them. And he's meant to have a longer gun, which I don't know where it is, and I've used all of those in my mock series. And she's meant to have a different coloured pistol, but I used this pistol just because I couldn't find a dark, I think it's gunmetal grey gun. So she is just from Jakku, so she's in a desert planet, so she has these like cool robes kind of thing, with a really like makeshift belt and robes going down to her legs. You can see the makeshift belt tying her robes together, and she has this blaster. She has a more sensible face with these ponytails with the three buns going down the back, and then she has a second face which is a bit more serious. Can't see, a bit more serious, and then just a calmer face. I think I really like that minifigure. Then BB-8. I really like BB-8, and I think it's a very cool design. You can get these very commonly. So I have like 3 of them, but I think these look really cool. Got a lot of detailing and the head piece with the 2 eyes and the orange detailing with some silver bits speckled in, and the 2 eyes and the little doodads around his head. So I think that looks cool, and that ends up the minifigures, because there's quite a lot of this. So I'm missing quite a bit of the minifigures, which is unfortunate. I just can't find them anywhere. So now I'm going to move on to the main build of the Falcon. So I'm going to just move all these to the side. Let's move this forward because of how big it is. So I will go anti-clockwise. How about that? So at the front of it is the 2 longer bits at the front, which can shoot out. Basically, there's 2 bits where you put your finger in, and if I move it back a bit, but I have room on the table. Well, it might look like you're gonna get shot, but this shoots out either side. It's the same, and they shoot out these longer like javelin type bits, which comes out really fast, and you can lose them very easily. You can see it's very detailed. They're basically mirrored. They're the exact same build, just mirrored either side. And you can see this one is slightly different with this piece here, and that's literally the only difference. And you can see all the like greebling down the side, and vice versa. All the greebling down here. And then this top bit here has loads of greebling. This is like a panel, which I'll take down later because I am not opening it up until the end when I'm doing the interior. I'm going to have it out here. You can see some of the... I'm missing a piece here, which is the same as this piece here. I'm meant to have 2 of them, but I could only find 1, so it's missing that, which is unfortunate. Because I built this all from just random all parts I could find from my drawers. So moving along here, you can see the cockpit area where you can fit, I think it's 2 minifigures in. Pops out, and you can fit like 2 minifigures without guns, I would imagine. So how about Ray and Finn? Because if I don't think you can fit Chewie in properly, which is very annoying because he's a bit taller than other minifigures. Sorry, finicky. With holding this. Oh dear. Holding this. Like that. Oh, drop that. Holding that, and then you can just put Finn there, and then you can just put this on top, and it completes the look. So I think that's really well made, and I'm pretty sure they just reuse this piece, these 3 pieces for almost every Falcon. So that's very interesting. Then you can see up here more greebling, and on the side you can see it's trying to emulate the look of this is connected to the hair. This is one piece, which looks okay in my opinion. 4 stickers here, which you can see I found, but some of them are weirdly placed for some whatever reason. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Yeah, I think they could have made those printed, but I don't mind. They look really good. Then moving over here, it's got this panel here, which doesn't have much on it. And then moving here, so I'm going around. It's got this side panel here, which is also on the opposite side, and it has this piece here, which is supposed to be another solar panel, like it's on the other 2 sides, but I couldn't find the third one, which was very annoying. And moving back here, you have more panels. That one doesn't have much on it, and that one doesn't have much on it. But you can see the oh God, let me jump. Something dropped behind me. 4 or 5 panels which have something different on them. These 4 either side of this middle bit have these fins, which are actually on the Falcon in the film and the older films, which I find a really good attention to detail. And these reddish brown pieces are meant to be rusty bits on the Falcon. Then you got these fins on the back, and then these 6 like bigger solar panels, which I think looks really good. Then moving along here, actually I should talk about this back bit here. You can see this part juts out a bit either side. And you're supposed to have like this tube in there, this blue tube, and I have no idea where I put that. So I might order that online, but I couldn't get it for the time this all works out. So I'm trying to do it like 1 week, all Millennium Falcon stuff. So moving along here, got another just quite plain, panel or panel, and then it has the same design on the other side as on the other side, and that's with 2 solar panels which are stickered. And you can see it's old because it's sloped a bit. It's moved a bit to the right. I can't take it off because if I take it off it won't be sticky, so I won't be able to put it back on. So it just looks really weird and gross, which is really annoying. But this one looks okay. And then more rust, which is different to the other side. And then over here, there's a there is a sticker piece here, which I managed to find. And then another bland, there's a regular bland piece here, which is the floppy bit. I can't remember what it's called. Then this is my favourite one, which is meant to be the radar or the solar panel, not solar panel, the radar dish, which looks really cool. It's a rectangle one because in Return of the Jedi, it gets knocked off in the second Battle for Death Star. It gets knocked off, and because it used to be a circle, and they replaced it in the newer films with the rectangle dish, which I find an interesting concept, and I think they really did this piece really well. And this is a stickered piece, which I don't mind because it's very easy to put on, but still, it's still an inconvenience. Then it's got this piece here, which is like an L bracket, which is a good display piece. Then moving back to the front, you can see this is all greebly as well. I think these are meant to be handles to move this up and down. Then moving up here, if you look at this, it's a turret, which spins around. I'll flip this up so you can see it better. It's got a sticker detail on the back, which I did really well when I was younger. And then it's got like a piece here, which is a bit frayed at the top because when it's moving around, it does scratch the sticker a bit, but it doesn't look that bad for being this old. Then it's got this 2x6, no 2x4 or something like that. No, it's a 2x2 and a 2x3 on it, with this dark reddish grey, with this these turret bits with these 4 separate pieces which individually flap up and flap down, up and down. So you can get them into very cool positions, like in the films. Or there could be an enemy above you on the left, or above you on the right, or behind you, or directly above you, which I find really cool, and they designed that amazingly. And on the bottom, there's not much to talk about on the bottom, but on the bottom it also has the gun turret. It doesn't have a sticker or the reddish brown piece, but it's exactly the same thing, just inverted, and it has the same abilities. It also has 4 feet. You can see all the 4 feet. So when it lands, it goes level and it's very secure. Like, you can't really knock it over, which I find really good, and they designed it really well. Another detail, let me just put my hand in front of the camera there, sorry about that. You can see a hole here, which is in the films, because I think in the film Solo, a Star Wars story, they made this canon, and like there's supposed to be a hole there, because in the original ship, because the ship's really old, even in the original series, the ship's really old and really battered and beaten up, because it used to have a like escape pod, I think, in between here, and it shot out in the film and then they lost it. So it's always had this gap in the middle in all the films. So that looks okay. And then moving up here, making it a bit closer, I'm going to open all these panels because it's quite a tedious process, but it's quite annoying. You can also see the Rey and Finn in the back there. This is going to be quite a long episode because of how big of a set this is. Open up all these panels to see all the interiors. If you are interested on having a better look in the interiors, you should watch my series, which is Rebuild, I think it's called, and it shows the process of me building this from the ground up, from each bag. So there's 9 episodes of that if you want to watch that. So moving this a bit closer, you can see the interior. I'll go from here around the same way I did the other side. So you can see there is a sofa piece, or 2 sofas, and there's 3 sofas, which you can't really see well if I move this around. There is 3 sofas, which has wall sticker detailing, and there's supposed to be a table there, which I don't have, and I'm missing a piece here, which is that piece. There's also just random boxes and wires here, and boxes here. There's also meant to be a table here, which I just can't find. And then moving along, there is this seat here with the switches and knobs and wires and stuff, which is to help control the ship, I would imagine. And there's more boxes. Oh, you can't really see. More boxes here. More boxes here and a wire there. Moving along here, you can see that piece here. This piece turns, but you can't like move it up, so you can turn it to see a better more interior. You can see here is just quite a lot of blank space, not much there. There's not much to see there. Then moving to the back, you see it's got a lot more detail than you would first imagine. There has these barrels and boxes and containers with these wires, or this cable piece which is flexible, and it's got knocked over. These some barrels and boxes, and some boxes like stacked up, and some wires, which I think they did a really good job trying to make it look like the ship is just loads of rubbish piled everywhere, because this is like a home ship, so the ship is meant to like be lived in, and it's been quite old. There's even some beds on the back, which I'll show you in a minute. So it meant like some ships are just like fighter ships which handle 1 person, but then there's really big ships which are carry smaller ships, and then there's ships like this which are bigger than the fighters but a lot smaller than the carriers, which hold about like, because I think the Millennium Falcon is quite big in the Star Wars universe, but I think this is quite a big ship, especially for the price. So then it has like a box here, which I think it's meant to be just a container. Sorry if the audio was weird there. a container which doesn't hold anything. Then it's got these pieces here, which are meant to be generators, which have sticker detailing, which you can really see. Purple and grey, purple bricks and grey stickers, with a lot of grey details on. Then it also has a 2x4 grey bit with details on, and like these hose pieces, which are meant to be wires connecting to everything. And I think it looks really good. Then they've also have these pieces all along to make it. I don't know if it's to make it stronger or to make it look better, but I think it's to actually make these pieces not go all the way down. But I wouldn't know. But I'm just thinking out loud here. Then you can't really see, but there is a cable here which is black. You can see it here better. I'm gonna put my finger in the back. There's a cable here on a table. Then there's a box on a bed. You can see one of the beds there. If I turn it around, you can see the other bed back there. It is actually quite a bit of space, but 2 beds and some open space. But one of the boxes is kind of covering one bed, and you can put a minifigure there. So if there was an injured minifigure who got a shot, you put their feet attached into there, then you put the head there, and they can lie on the bed, which I think is very awesome detail, because that is also in the film. Because I think Chewie gets shot. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah. So that covers all the interior, but there is 2 other details from the film, Force Awakens. This opens up and has like a compartment, which is supposed to reference the scene where Rey and Finn hide in there from when Han and Chewie go back to the ship. So I'm gonna put this guy here. Take off his hair because his hair's really big. In this, because Finn and Rey are in the cockpit and I can't be bothered to take them out. They hide in there, and then you can close it. I mean, you can't see them at all. I think it would fit with the turn, but it's quite annoying to get out again. But oh, there you go. It can easily fit a minifigure, which I think is really good, and they designed it well. That flips out, and then on the other side, you can't really see well. That's very sturdy. That pops down, and if you oh dear, you can see there's like a little landing bit. Can't really see, but there's a bit where they're meant to walk down. Yeah, but can't really fit minifigures there. It's just meant to reference the films where there is a bit which flattens out and then you can walk down. Then we're going to close all this down because you don't need to see all the detailing everywhere because there's so much detailing. This is an amazing set, and I would definitely recommend buying that because it's only it depends where you buy it. I've seen some places which are £80, but I don't know if that's just the instructions, but I wouldn't know. But this is an amazing set. I think you can see the instructions online and build it at your own house, and you can maybe you could find some of the sticker sheets online and buy those to get all the detailing, or you can just get the pieces and not mind about the detailing, but that's all well and good, because I'm missing a couple bits, but it's nothing to write home about. And then this opens up, and I should have done the other angle. The other angle was better. Maybe like there. This opens up, and you can fit 2 minifigures on it. This is meant to reference like the older films and the newer films, which have characters in like these seats. In the films, there is actually horizontal, but they couldn't fit it in because it's meant to be like they were just having a bit in the middle which they could play with. So they made this, which is like a seat, or one can go up there and one can go on the bottom facing down. So you put them in like that, and when it drops, and you can close that up. It's meant to be like one of them who's facing upwards, mans this gun, and one of them on the bottom facing down, mans the bottom gun. Yeah, so I think that's a very cool detail. Yeah, I managed to find a bit in the middle. You can close that down, flap it down, and then that's that. So those are all the details in this set. It's a very big set, so this episode will be very long, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But it looks really cool. That will end the review. But because I built this set on in like my house, well, obviously, but I built this set so I could change stuff on it. So I was thinking of what to change, and I could, and if I I prefer the older films, which have a circular dish. So I made this. I made this when I was building the other building it. So I made like a circular dish, and then maybe I can just take these newer minifigures out. And I do have the older style of Han, and Chewie looks just like he always does. So if I take the thing out, you can see that it can be like the original series, like you can get the older cast of characters out, and you can have like 2 or 3 sets in one, like the what's it called, the Star Wars, like I think it's like £600 Millennium Falcon, which has all like films of Falcons in. Like would you like that? And actually I don't know. Maybe I think Chewie's very awkward to fit in the cockpit. Because I think it's just too big. But if he puts his hand on his shoulder, maybe you can squeeze it on. Yes, very good. It can be like the older films, which I think is really cool. And I really like how you can just edit it and change bits of it. So I think that looks really cool. So that will end all the details and stuff I've added and changed. So please be sure to like, subscribe, maybe comment any sets you want to see next. Subscribe, it really helps me out. So it's just a click of the button, and it can change the difference between not being seen at all to having lots of like views and stuff, which can really help me out. So please be sure to like, subscribe, and like share it with your friends and family, anyone who likes Star Wars or Lego. So please be sure to do all that, and I'll see you next time.